The Ministry of Defence has issued notifications to amend regulations as far as the defence forces are concerned, and we have Vishnu here with us. Vishnu, will the new government rules pave the way for a new Chief of Defence Staff?
Well, I think it will, because they wouldn't have otherwise done this. But when will that announcement will happen, it's unclear. What exactly is the announcement? Firstly, the Chief of Defence Staff is the highest military rank in this country. It supersedes the Air Force, Army, Navy chiefs. India's last Chief of Defence Staff was General Bipin Rawat, tragically killed in a helicopter crash in the month of December 2021. But since then to now, 6 months, India doesn't have a new CDS, which is why the government is very cautiously looking at who they would consider. And they've obviously reached the consensus or the belief that they need to expand the officers available to them. And so I'm just going to read out this notification, and this applies for all the three services. It says, the central government may, if considered necessary in public interest, so to do, appoint as Chief of Defence Staff an officer who is serving as Lieutenant General, or an officer who is retired in the rank of Lieutenant General or General but has not attained the age of 62 on the date of his appointment. Now, this is important. It basically means that there could be a hypothetical situation when a serving Lieutenant General or the equivalent in the Navy, which would be Vice Admiral, or the equivalent in the Air Force, which would be Vice Chief or Air Vice Marshal, I should say, they could actually supersede the Chief of RB Staff or Air Force Staff or the Chief of Naval Staff to become a Chief of Defence Staff. Alternatively, if there is a recently retired Army, Air Force or Navy Chief, then they could be considered as well, as long as they are beneath the age or below the age of 62 at the time of the appointment. So I think a lot of retired officers and recently retired officers would be watching this news very carefully, and I think that age qualification, which actually bars a large number of them from this post, that would be perhaps a bit of a disappointment. But clearly India will have a new Chief of Defence Staff soon with this announcement. When, it remains unclear.